an opinion from someone who's been there and done it. Julia is pitch side, blinded by Spiwa Shabalala's tie, but she keeps asking the questions, keep pushing on. Let's hear what they have to say in the aftermath of this 2-0 defeat. Julia, you're doing a great job. Keep pushing.
Thanks, Thomas. Shaba, I know on the bus already on the way back to their hotel, Coach Hugo Broos and his technical team will be debating what they can do ahead of the next game against Czech Republic in Atlanta. What would you like to see from the team?
Yeah, they'll definitely do their debrief to see where they did wrong and where they need to improve. And definitely, I think there will be changes in the team.
Changing formation?
Definitely, we have to change the formation as well, because now we need points. We need to play our normal game, because our normal game gives us confidence, and the more we have confidence, the better chances that we have of scoring. So definitely we need to change our system, and also we must understand that there's no second chances now. We only have 2 games to go, and the next opponent is Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Strong team, very tall and very deadly on set plays as well. Something that we need to prepare well for them. But like I said, we still have a chance. We still have a chance. It's back to drawing board.
Yeah, Czech Republic scoring 10 goals during their qualifying. It was the most from set pieces and height advantage, as you have mentioned. From a South African point of view and from the attack, which we expected to see more from today, would you like to see that changed up a little bit? Someone like Osman Apollos, perhaps, is that such a fantastic domestic season introduced earlier or maybe from the start?
Yeah, definitely. I think Osman will get a chance. And I think maybe we'll go back to a normal formation. Yeah, your 4-2-3-1, which will allow our wingers to take players on, to cut in and find the number 10 as well. So we do have options on the bench. Osman is there, Muremi is there, Maseko is there, Rele is there. So we do have options. And also up front, Evidence might also get a chance. We can play on him, he can help us to protect the ball, and then we join.
Yeah, Shab, I guess the final question then, you've been in this situation, you know what it's like to play on the stage, you know what it's like to have a bad day at the office, as you've called it. What would you say to those Bafana players ahead of the next game? How can they regroup? Because motivation will also be a big deal now.
They must not despair. We're here for them, and we'll support them all the way. And it's their dream, they're living their dream by playing here. And they got us here. This is the team that got us here. They did well in the qualifiers. They did well in the AFCON, Cote d'Ivoire. So this is the team. This is the best that we have. And they know as well that they didn't have a good game, but they can do better. So I'm very hopeful that we'll get it right. Hopefully sooner, and hopefully against Czech Republic, we'll turn things around.
All roads lead to Atlanta then for Bafana Bafana, but after the opening day at this FIFA World Cup 2026, it is Mexico who take all 3 points in that rematch, 16 years in the making. 3 red cards in this game, 2 of them for Bafana Bafana. They leave Mexico City Stadium with no points, and it's on to Atlanta and hoping to keep this World Cup dream alive. Back to you guys in studio, Thomas.
Thank you, Julia. And here in studio, that World Cup continuing for Bafana Bafana. Dream is definitely not dead. Still 2 more games to play. Still 6 points left on the table. And now, the 4-3-2-1, in which we trust. Shaba asking for it. Will we see it?
I hope so. Because I was listening to Coach Hugo Broos. He spoke about the difficulties of playing the host. And with that said, maybe it's not a surprise as to how he set up his team, because he's expecting the difficulties. But yet again, my surprise is he's surprised at the fact that when we have the ball, we didn't have an outlet. But yet look at the characteristics of the players that we have on the pitch with the 11 that we had. We don't have speed to play a counter-attack. We're not a country to have a counter-attacking system. We are players that likes to play in combination plays. And we do have players that have done so well to earn their space in the World Cup to play those type of football. Once we're at that bigger stage, now we tend to resort into things that we've never done before. We've never played 3 or 5 at the back. And once we do that, we're really taking away our strength. We're taking our strength away from hurting the opposition. But maybe this is a game that we needed to really go back and maybe try and see then what formation can actually suit the players that we have to actually get the better results that we need against Czech Republic.
Daniel, 10 nations from Africa, one of them 2-0 down in the opening game. What does South Africa need to do? What's the mental approach? What does the coach need to try and instill now to make things better in the second game?
First of all, you agree with me that it's a young team that the coach has put together, and with the tactical play of the coach or approach of the coach, he actually don't want to lose that much, don't want to concede that much, but unfortunately, it turns out to be a situation where the team has to concede with a whole lot of red card. So now is to go back to the drawing board and see if we can play the South African football against Czech to see how far that the team can be able to go, because like this, you don't want to spoil the record that you've actually made earlier on in 2010 against Mexico, and you just want to leave the tournament like this. So you want to try as much as possible to at least get a result.
Came from corner kicks. That's completely different to what we saw today. I don't know, from what you saw today, can Bafana cope with that style? Massively physical players who are great at set pieces.
When I see the second goal conceded, I'd be a little bit worried, to be honest, because they are direct. I think the two centre-halves from set plays are fantastic as well. So it's going to be a big test. But again, you're being forced into two changes because of the red cards. I thought Lyle Foster was poor tonight. I thought he started the game really poorly. So that could be another possible change as well. Also, I think the manager has watched a different game to me tonight, because that was poor. That was poor. And I think, honestly, listen, you have 3 games in these World Cups. You need to be really honest and really direct. But you can't beat around the bush. I'm sure he's going to go back and watch this game and go, OK, I've misread that one. I need to be honest with my players. Because as players, you know when you've played well. You know when you've had a bad game. You know when you haven't turned up.
But can a coach come post-match and say we were poor? Like, maybe he's just trying to be that coach who's not exposing the team to the scrutiny of the world.
There's a way of putting it, Thomas. He could have come out and said, we tried, we didn't get things right, certain things right, and mention a few of those things, because then you are being oblivious to the fact when you're saying we did everything right. What was everything right?
But
you know,
also, but also, sorry to cut you, but also take accountability as a coach. You're the one that actually put this 11, this system all together. You can't come out and tell us as a country that things are better. Which game were you watching? We understand the fact that things didn't go well. Of course, you didn't do that intentionally for things not to go well. But I'm saying that once we consider that goal, we could see that we're struggling in terms of playing. You have the players that are able to play. And yet again, you still have 4, 5 at the back. In the second half still, we're hoping. I remember at some point later on in the first, I was like, hey, can this halftime come through so that we can make changes? We still didn't, which means he was hoping for a draw. We never played out. We never went out to actually try and win the game.
JT?
I think if you're the coach as well and you want to take the pressure off this young group, you come out and you take responsibility for it and go, I've got it wrong on the big stage today. And then when you go and approach the players, you can approach them and say, listen, yesterday in front of millions of people, I took responsibility for the game. I took the pressure off you guys. But we have to review this game, and it wasn't good enough. But we have 2 games now. We still have to be really positive, because looking at these 2 games out of the 3 games, I thought this game was always going to be tough. The Czech and Korea game are beatable for the South Africans. So still be positive. There's still more game time.
And we are truly positive about the matches that are still coming your way. One of the games and the second match of the FIFA World Cup is on your World of Champions. How do I know that? Because we're showing you every single match of the FIFA World Cup. All 104 matches are available for you. Korea Republic are in action against Czechia. That game is coming your way. It's a battle between Son and Patrick Schick. It's going to be fascinating to see the combination and the clash of those 2 styles. And do you guys want to stick your necks out very quickly and predict something there? Korea Republic, Czechia. Who takes it?
Korea.
Well, they are higher ranked, so I'm okay with that. What do you think?
I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1 draw. What do you see?
It's a draw.
Draw?
A draw, it's funny draw. We want a draw that will suit us. A draw suits Bafana Bafana.
And there's the true answer. Thank you very much to the panel of champions on the opening night. Pleasure working with you. Africa, I'm sure, has enjoyed you. We broke the internet, making the website crash and then re-establish itself and have millions of viewers watching us on TikTok, on YouTube, as well as on the DSTV streaming platform. Thank you for being with us. It's just the beginning. The tournament's going to get better. It's going to be incredible. Thank you, Shorty. Thank you, JT. Thank you to Daniel Akpe, and thank you to the General Teko Modise at the far post. South Africans do not give up hope. Africans don't give up hope. Bafana Bafana will rise in the next encounter. That is absolutely assured. And for Africa, what a great start to the tournament in terms of we started it as Africa. We had a global audience of billions, and we showed up and gave an account of ourselves. I'm Thomas Mlambo. Thank you for being with us tonight, and we'll see you at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Get your coffee ready. A lot of games still to play. Jersey number 10 out. Good night.